all of our eyes. But now we're gonna see today how he fares, how he plays, what he's got prepared on our new maps. We're gonna start off on Rivulet once again. So let's go. Rivulet seems like the most standard map. Not just visually, but also in terms of design. You know, there's two shops. There's kind of normal creep routes. There's a very familiar spread of creeps across the map. There's no merc camp, which for a long time seemed like it was the better balance option. Like, for example, you know, Northern Isles and Concealed Hill days, where people thought merc camps were a little imba in favor of human and night elf. And while it is true that they are way better for human and night elf, depending on how easily you make them accessible, you can incorporate merc camps in a very balanced way. Like, for example, Last Refuge does it, and Shallowgrave, I think, as well. So it is the Beastmaster, by the way. It's a little weird with the tavern placement, when you have to run from the tavern over to this camp to do your first. Might this one be closer?
Players' forces are under attack.
No, not really. This camp does do quite a bit of damage. Oh, wait a minute. Did you just deny the creep? Yeah, he denied the first one, I think. Sorry, I didn't perfectly see that. But this camp should easily give you level 2. Okay, it does get level 2. I'm not sure. So he got 4 creep blasted, but maybe it's 5 from this camp. No, actually, you know what? You know what? I think he got them all. Whatever. If he's gonna get level 3 here, we know he got them all. Because these two camps after each other are level 3, which is a really good creep route, especially with summon heroes like the Beastmaster. Can be done quite well, but all archers are a little hurt already, which is gonna make being aggressive after the camp very hard. Crystal ball. Wait, what? How is there a reveal here? I am so confused. Chat, help me out. How is there a reveal here? Alright, I guess he found a crystal ball and he sold it, right? Yeah, that must be it. Okay. Alright. Alright, we got it. Beastmaster not quite level 3. Needs a bit more. But Hippo, he's got the level 3. He's got some good items here. Gonna go for a telestaff as well. Why not?
Players' forces are under attack.
It's gonna be level 3 here for the Beastmaster. Finally. HawK coming in, trying to cancel the Hunter's Hall. And that might absolutely work. Oh, he needs a lot of Wisp detonates to get this save. He used... Oh, Neutron, that was a little sloppy. He detonated 2 Wisps, but that wasn't going to be enough. He would need 3. That's a big delay on the Hunter's Hall. Although he does have sometimes to the left until tier 2, so this might not delay him too much. And HawK is attacking. He's got a tower coming up. He's got the lumber mill firing from all cylinders. Quite reminiscent of the first game that we saw between Dice and Hippo. Just human fast expanding and then applying a bit of pressure, preventing the counter expo. Ooh. Is he actually going to save that Wisp? Oh, not quite. But the Elemental will pay the price for that. Beastmaster experience, not looking too shabby. I think HawK is very clearly looking for that counter expo right now. There are always a lot of spots to hide on the new map. For example, maybe you could put the Tree of Life here. Maybe that would work. Or like here. Or like here.
A town is under siege.
But now HawK is just going for a Wisp Hunt in the opponent's main base. We have the Bear summoned. The zoo is here. The Naga is involved as well for a bit of snake action. And that is going to force the TP home. Tower repair rate. Look at that tower repair rate. Oh my lordy. It is going to go down in the end though. Okay, so not quite good enough to save the tower there. What's Neutron doing behind this? He does have double Ancient of War. By the way, wait. Did he do anything with his Ancient of War so far? Not really, right? He's gonna go all in with hunts? Alright, ballsy play by Neutron. Double bears on an AM is super dangerous. Oh my god, if he gets bashed here, he can die. Doesn't have a TP anymore. This is really scary. He has to wait until these bears run out. The duration of this bear is almost over. And the Beastmaster now completely out of mana. HawK waiting for his tier 2 to finish, which is going to be the case in just a moment. He can go for a second hero then. It's going to be the good old Mountain King. Kind of surprised he's not going for something else, like a Blood Mage maybe. It seems pretty clear that this is all in with hunts and archers, so the only thing you need to do is survive right now, and you can do that usually pretty well if there's a ton of mana on the AM. 3 towers now finished! This expansion for HawK is looking very secured. And Neutron's time is kind of running out here. His timings were a little bit off, with that one Ancient of War deny in the beginning of the game, which I think occurred. And HawK's just gonna spam these mana pots now. Some of the water elementals, but good control by Neutron, not feeding these hunts away too easily. It's gonna be Naga 2, Beastmaster almost 4. Double Sanctum coming, rifles as well. MK is out, HawK seems to be stabilizing more and more. I like the aggressive shop. Clarities are running, more bears are being summoned. But a couple of archers now being picked off at the back. The footies are still active. And the MK Stormbolt is doing a decent job. Ooh, the bashes though. Oh my god, one more bash and he would have died. But it's only level 1 MK, it's not so catastrophic if he dies. If the AM dies though, that's a different story. Archers trying to run away. Oh, nice surround. Can he summon a bear to force the bash? No. Bear was still on cooldown, I believe. Wait, MK died somewhere. What? Wasn't he running towards the expo? I'm not sure. But as I said, MK is going to be back in no time. And Neutron has no transition. He doesn't have an expansion. He doesn't have lower units. Tier 2 only. And also lots of his army is very hurt. He's going to have to go for a heal scroll here. And hope for a big item. He needs to scroll the beast or one of Mana Steel to somehow still have a chance here. But HawK finds an opportunity to take out the enemy shop, which was responsible for a lot of the staying power here for Neutron. Sold the item right away. And Neutron, I guess, in this position, he's just forced to keep on trying with this all-in. But long rifles upgrade is going to finish. We're going to have the first attack upgrade. That's going to be a TP back. TP Baxter. I am heavily focused right away, but he has the Invul Potion. It's exactly the purpose that he got it for. Tons of militia called from the main. And this is the last stand for Neutron. If this push doesn't work, he's going to lose map 1. Wiz coming in for the detonates, perhaps a little bit late. Ooh, they did connect big time though. Fork Lightning level 2 coming in right away, but so many footies are still alive. HawK's heroes now in trouble, caught outside their own main base. The priests have to work overtime to heal them back up again. That seems to be working. And the footmen are what's making the difference here. They're still looking healthy. We don't have too many rifles yet, but that might be changing very soon. Beastmaster level 4.5. If he gets level 5, maybe something's still doable? Not even sure if you should go for Bear or Quillbeast in that case. And don't you say HawK. I mean the HawK summon. The HawK summon is so bad. Get out of here. Oh, now getting focused with the Storm Ball, and I think that's going to be her end. Indeed, AM Fire level 4 is going to make a big difference here for the mana regen for the entire army. But this Beastman is going to get a level 5. Okay, just needs to kill one more footy. One more footy. MK would of course be even better, but he gets level 3. He's got the next Storm Bolt again in a moment. He's hoping for the bash. He doesn't get the bash. And that is finally it. GG called. And 1-0 for HawK. That was a fun game. Good old mass hunts. All in. But it's very hard to pull off against the level 3 AM. If the opposing AM is only level 2, it's much easier to try to win the game that way before there's water elementals. But HawK is usually super solid and fast expanding, knowing how he can be a little bit aggressive and then getting ready for the big attack. Let's see if we... I don't think they stated the vetoes before. Nope. Did not say that. But we do know the next map, which is going to be Frostfire. First time we see that today. We did see it yesterday. Frostfire Ridge is, as the name suggests, very contrast-full. Is that an adjective? I don't think so. But we have a lot of interesting contrasts on the map, which we're going to reveal in just a second. As HawK took the lead, he now has match point to move on in the lower bracket into round 7, where he would be playing against another Night Elf, because Dice is already waiting. And off we go. Frostfire Ridge, a map which is half covered in frost and ice, and the other half is covered in barren lands and I guess fire. Although there's not too much fire visible, but you know, dry arid lands. And the most unique thing about the map is we have 3 different merc camps. We have these merc camps close to the main, which are very normal. The standard ones that we're used to seeing. Shadow Priest, Berserker, Mud Golem, Mauler, right? But in the middle, there's also 2 merc camps, which have unique, unusual creeps, mercs. This one, for example, has the... Wait, what is it called? Dark Weaver something, which can cast Unholy Frenzy, but is very, very expensive. And from this merc camp, we haven't seen too much yet. In fact, we haven't seen anything yet, so perhaps this will be a factor. But of course, these merc camps, which are a little bit more wild, are also a lot harder to creep, way further out in the middle of the map, so not so easily accessible. The problem with merc camps in competitive play is always if they're too easily accessible. Like on Echo Isles, for example. HawK is definitely a fast expansion kind of player. Some humans over in Asia, especially nowadays, have moved away from the fast expo against Night Elf a little bit. Especially since the Mountain Giants are nowadays, again, not so much of a threat. And the big problem in the past was really holding on against Mountain Giants off of one base. Oh, HawK trying to steal the Shadow Priest, but he's gonna lose the Shadow Priest for it. Ooh, that's really painful. That's 195 gold down the drain, and also more experience to the Keeper, and I think that's what's going to give him level 2 here, right?
The town is under siege.
Maybe we would have gotten it regardless, I'm not sure. But the AM is also level 2. HawK went for double Shadow Priest, oh my god. So HawK spent like 400 gold on mercs already, and the Shadow Priest here took plenty of damage as well. It's looking a little rough here at the beginning for HawK. Keeper comes in, can start pressuring the Shadow Priest right away. And yeah, the Shadow Priest is gonna go down. To the Archer as well. Footy also gonna fall. Oh my god. It does get the deny there, but HawK with a rough early game. But I guess HawK thought stealing the Shadow Priest away from the Night Elf, preventing him to have Abolish, is worth the risk of perhaps losing that expensive unit. We do have 4 farms, so this is certainly looking like a fast expansion here once more. And Dice doesn't have... Neutron, excuse me. Doesn't have too much more mana. Gonna go for a Telestaff here, I would imagine. Also sold the gloves. Interesting.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he's gonna attack the main. Trying to see if he can get the Berserker, but the Berserker's out of stock. So Neutron wasting his time here a little bit. We do have a Berserker on both sides. There could be a steal here. No. HawK is gonna get the last hit. Ring this time for the IM. And this Expo, after a somewhat shaky early game, seems to be coming out after all pretty easily. Level 2 Water Elementals now. Certainly a big help. But the Shadow Priest only got off 1 Detonate, or 1 Abolish, I should say. And HawK keeps on losing more mercenaries. Ooh, boy. That Berserker especially gives a lot of experience. Keeper now almost level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Some footies also here hurt in the back. HawK definitely under plenty of pressure here. Neutron is tier 2, going for the Demon Hunter second. Mercenaries are going to be on cooldown now for quite a while, at least on the human side. Over here, Mercamp does have a Shadow Priest available for Neutron if he wants it. But right now, he doesn't want it.
A player's forces are under attack.
As the expansion finally finishes. Tower coming up as well. This is where we should expect a shop next. Indeed.
A player's forces are under attack.
HawK stabilizing now more, and with the Demon Hunter second, Neutron does have the stronger late game option to transition. Oh, and here we see the second Mercamp. What do we have here? Cobalt Tunneler, Assassin with poison damage, Cobalt Geomancer, the guy with slow and Abolish. That one seems like a pretty damn good unit. It's like a Mud Golem and a Shadow Priest in one. And the Cobalt Taskmaster. So the guy with the aura and the bash. HawK again looking to see what kind of pressure he can apply.
Town is under siege.
But against a tier 2 opponent with a keeper somewhat close to 3. It's not that easy now to find these holes. Neutron's going tier 3 very quickly, delaying his second lore, delaying a counter expansion. And by the way, up here, the Ice Mercamp is the, what was it called? Unbroken Darkweaver. That's the guy who has Unholy Frenzy. But costs 320 gold. So all these mercs are pretty cool. but they seem quite expensive for the most part. HawK may have to TP out of this. With the next entangle coming in, that certainly seems to be the case. But he's creating tons of space right now. He's ensuring that the Demon Hunter is not creeping. Even got the cancel on the shop, which is going to delay the orb pickup quite a bit. And in the meantime, of course, he got lots of intel as to the opponent's hero combo. And tech timing and everything. So what second hero are we going to see from HawK? Normally against Demon Hunter we see a lot of Blood Mage or Naga. That's the weird advantage that the player with a slower tech has. He can counter the enemy's second hero and third hero with their own hero. But of course, that has the problem that you're gonna be able to creep your heroes much later only. Oh, he stole it! Oh my god. Just stole the last hit with a keeper. Second hero time. It is the Blood Mage.
A player's forces are under attack.
We've been seeing a lot of human tier 2 only with dual hero nowadays. Not going tier 3 anymore, not going inner fire and stuff anymore, but just rifle caster army with a couple of gyros maybe. And then power level the Blood Mage and AM as much as possible to go into Blizzard Flame Strike against bears in the late game. Because nowadays all the Night Elves are playing bears. Because they seem to be a lot better than Mountain Giants nowadays. And here they come. Druids of the Claw, aka bears. And Neutron still doesn't have an expansion here. Which seems like he's gonna need to stay in this game. Blood Mage now finally coming out. AM level 4 almost already, which is good. But that's the big difference now in this early late game stage. That the Night Elf hero, the Night Elf second hero is level 3. And the Blood Mage only level 1. Neutron would love to force a fight right now out in the open. With the orb, with the bears. Neutron's really strong right now. But of course, HawK isn't going to give him a fight. He would be foolish to fight him out in the open. But at the expansion, next to the towers, that could be a very different story. As HawK is continuing to creep, gets the level 4 here. Does have the TP to get home, and will need to use that TP. Gonna TP next to the shop, and wants to be able to kite backwards away from the Night Elf army. But HawK is engaging pretty aggressively into the Night Elf forces, and it's really hard to fight these bears with only footmen. There are no militia coming. Maybe HawK didn't make enough towers here at the expansion, I gotta say. Blood Mage is gonna go down. And the militia timing here also a little bit off. Some of these militia are not morphed. Rifle is missing. HawK showing some errors here in this defense. And Neutron's getting so much experience. Very, very favorable fight for the Night Elf. We don't have a depth training yet. Oh my god, the AI might be dead. Wait a minute. Ooh, Dispel finally finished. But the Archmage might be falling here with the Dryad Spears. Oh my god. Yeah, this demon is definitely going to chase. He's got the Invul Potion, 100%. He's going to chase. HawK needs to pull Peasants here to get the block, but he doesn't get it. Oh my god, this is just like his game yesterday against Sheik. We had such a good early, and then he loses his heroes and kind of throws the game away. And the new bears coming in with double rejuve. That's what makes them so crazy strong nowadays. And HawK calls for the GG. 1-1. Yeah, I think he was just being a little bit impatient there. He could have waited for the militia to come in. Could have waited for maybe one more round of production before TPing back. But it's of course also scary when the Night Elf forces are at your expansion and killing your towers and your peasants. Yeah, but I think there should have been more militia called, definitely. We saw a rifle also AFK. Did we even see a flame strike? Not even sure if he had flame strike. Shallow Grave will be the third map. That could very much be a return to the Beastmaster again, we saw before. It can be quite nice to creep that Merc camp early. I wonder if the human can creep this Merc camp first as well. It's really not an easy Merc camp. It is close to your base, but not easy to creep. I think I've played that map now 10-15 times or something. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I talked about it earlier already. I feel like the middle could have a little bit more creeps, like here. Weak camps. And I think this drop table is a little too rewarding. But other than that, I think it's a pretty cool map so far, from what I've seen. But we don't see the Beastmaster. It's going to be Keeper once again. Whereas for HawK, I think fast expansion again seems rather likely. Of course, the early game there for HawK was painful as well. He lost 2 Shadow Priests and a Berserker. Trying to get that fast expo going. Not too long ago in DreamHack, we also saw a lot of Warden first. But we haven't been seeing that at all yet here so far in this tournament.
A player's forces are under attack.
So if I saw that right before, orange, orange, green leads to level 3. And yeah, this first Merc camp, or this first creep camp is very rewarding. Kind of similar to Amazonia, where you can also use the Renegade to get a lightning shield creep going. But we haven't seen that here. It's a little less experienced than on AZ, but gets you very close to level 2. HawK with the Footy Scout. Against Neutron he will dare this, but against Sonic something like that is really dangerous, because Sonic loves going in Tangle first. Wait a minute, is HawK teching? Seems like he's taking. Interesting. Now would be the time. Neutron is scouting, wants of course to make sure he knows what's going on. But yeah, only 3 farms means tech usually, no expansion. There it is. Alright, interesting. HawK for the first time switching it up, going for a 1 base play. Oh wow. Look at that. Hunter Saw in the last little corner of the map. That's kind of cool. You can hide some buildings back here. I wasn't even aware of this. Huh. In StarCraft 2, maybe you would make a dark shrine here. In Warcraft, I guess you can't be that sneaky. Unless you want to go like double Chim Roost, but that would be pretty late into the game. And it's also a way to get the level 3 going here. Telestaff. And we're going on a wisp hunt again. Tech is definitely quite far ahead here for HawK.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
But now, this is where it's really hard for the footies to be effective against the Keeper. Level 2 Entangle has been reached. But HawK is quite bold here. Still looking to find some kind of damage. And with the illusion, it's going to make it a little bit harder for the Keeper as well. Good deny there, but the Keeper is 3 already, so
A player's forces are
a little rough right now. With the AM, perhaps HawK can find some kills himself, but he doesn't have a dust, in fact. Neutron could go for a Panda second this time if he wants to. But it seems like he might prefer the Demon second. Does also have Ultra Vision, so big vision advantage now here during this nighttime as it's coming to a close. And HawK's going for the Blood Mage. Blood Mage always works better against melee heroes rather than ranged heroes, because he's going to have a much harder time connecting to those. So the counter to the Blood Mage here would be a Naga second for Neutron. But of course he doesn't know that it's going to be Blood Mage. So he's going with the Beastmaster again. So it's going to be a battle of the mana burn. Which are called over to the Merc Camp would be a great instant level 2 upgrade here for HawK on his Blood Mage. As the Keeper is going to have to TP out, not staff out. As he was getting caught. Oh, Banish first. Banish, so no Flame Strike here. We're going to have Banish and Siphon. Scroll the Bees can be really good for Rifleman. As the Keeper now is on the hunt himself. Neutron not rushing tier 3 yet. We have double lores coming. Double lores before tier 3, really. It's got tons of gold as well. Demon got the ring, which is actually really good for him. He's going to be tanking in the front line for a lot of damage. Neutron going into upgrades already and no tier 3. Nowadays it seems like most Night Elves are trying to rush that 3 really badly to get to the bears, which are so strong, especially with the Demon Hunter. That's a cool creep. Pulls out the Magi, and this is what I was talking about. This item that he drops is huge. Lion Horn, which can be sniped so easily from this camp. This is one of my few issues with this map.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Keeper trying to be a little bit of a nuisance. He knows as there is no Stormbolt, because there's the Blood Mage second, he doesn't have to be worried about anything, really. And HawK is coming in with the push. Alright. Rifle push. And Neutron only has Dryads to defend. He didn't tech to Bears. Or Mountain Giants, anything. Just Dryads. I like that he went for an armor upgrade already, so it's going to be a little harder for the rifles to get these kills. We have 4 riflemen, 1-0 upgraded. And the Demon is level 3. That's not looking too bad for Neutron, I think. Oh, big detonates. Wisps connect. Oh my god, that was huge. Hardly any mana anymore. Doesn't even have to spell here, it seems. Scroll the Beast. Oh, that's super strong. 45 seconds now, Scroll the Beast running. Heal Scroll used. Dryads kept alive for now. Blood Mage is level 3 soon, and this is where the Blood Mage really outscales the Demon Hunter in terms of mana steal potential. Next Siphon coming in right away, and this Beastmaster is completely dry. AM gets level 4, and Neutron, I think he was trying to get ready against this push, staying tier 2, going for upgrades, but in the end it's still gonna be Rifles against Dryads, which is really hard to make work for the Night Elf player. Beastmaster disabled very, very well. Just banish over and over and over. There's not gonna be endless mana on the Dryads. Banish even being used to save. And when you're banished, you take more effective healing. Healing is increased, I guess I should say. HawK did lose a lot of units here as well. Lost all of the rifles, I think, in fact. Maybe this is not over yet. But once the moon juice is gone, this is when the real trouble begins. And we hardly have anything left. Only one moon well up here. Neutron needs a moonstone very, very badly. He would love to have tier 3 as well, but that is certainly out of the cards now. So many Dryads were going down. Keeper gets level 4, but how effective are his spells really at this stage in the game? It doesn't seem like it's very effective at all. Treant's just getting dispelled. More experience for HawK, who did get a crystal ball this game, by the way, which I saw pretty late. Rifles being traded for the Dryads. But yeah, almost all the rifles are dead. It's not over yet. This Demon is very strong. Lots of armor, lots of HP. Gonna pop the Invul Potion here. Chasing after the hero. But the AM with the Priest heal should be doing fine enough. There's gonna be a banish again in a second to keep him even more safe. Oh, actually he has to staff out. Okay. Neutron, is he really holding this? Is he really still somehow holding this? It's gonna be nighttime again in a moment. He needs the moon juice so badly. Double heal potion bought. Maybe a heal scroll for him. Could be an idea as well. AM coming back from the main. No priest alongside him here to help him out. But now HawK with the shop coming up. And that's gonna be a big difference maker. But the AM gets caught in the middle. Oh no! He was using the banish trying to save the AM, and HawK again loses the hero. This cost him plenty of games yesterday already. Will it be the same again today? Oh my lord. Sorceress is coming in for the slow, but there's still some Dryad Dispel left. Blood Mage with a ton of mana now, though. Level 4 Hero Revive from the Tavern is expensive. 600 plus. Or is it 590 maybe? Something like that. But here we go. AM is back from the Tavern. Blood Mage almost level 4. AM closing in on level 5. And now at the shop he can go for potions as well. And this might be the end now, finally. AM now quite bold again, chasing for these kills. Gonna force the next Invul Potion. And Neutron hardly has anything left. It seems like nowadays with the strong bears, you're much better equipped to hold on against these pushes. With the first couple of bears having all those rejuvenations. But Neutron tried to hold this without bears, and that is certainly admirable, but also really hard to do. Demon comes in, never able to mana burn anymore, he's just getting sucked dry by the Siphon mana, which is so crazy good on level 2 and level 3. Quick Dispel against the Entangle. Neutron knows his only chance left here is hero kill. But that is not going to happen. We have mana, or heal potions rather, as well now. And that's it. GG. 2-1 for HawK to move on against Dice.